How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another episode of No Excuses on VTWProductions.com and YouTube.com with two of your favorite show hosts, Aristil.
And Venerian, and no Vol because work ate him.
Yep, if you want to interact with the show, you can click on the link in our description for the YouTube video that you'll find this on to come to our Discord and talk to us.
Do the thing. So
I would advertise Twitter to you, but I don't manage the Twitter.
I don't even look at Twitter because Twitter is societal cancer.
Yeah. China is ass-ho.
Damn it. So that's a thing that's on the internet. So today's episode is probably going to be a bit less... No, never mind that. It's going to be as much of a disaster as always. So...
Yeah. There ain't a whole lot going on. This is episode 3 of the China is Ass-ho edition of the show.
Everyone is sick and locked in their houses and refusing to come out.
Yeah, we can't do anything.
Yeah,
because there's no
nothing
news
is happening. So
unless you really want to hear us go one by one bullet point list of everything that's been canceled, there ain't a whole lot to talk about.
That's a long, long list. So there are a few little newslets we're going to talk about, and then we're probably going to go to Spies with Tim Curry. Or something.
Yep.
We're going to try to play a bit of Red Alert 3. Which is...
We'll go through our weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll go through our weeks, go through the newslets we have, and then we'll do a round or two of CNC Red Alert 3, and we don't have a clue what we're doing.
No, it's been so long since we've played Red Alert 3 that I can't remember half of everything that's in that game.
I played it a ton back in the day and could tell you the insides and outs of it maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but eventually you just play so many RTSs that all the tech trees for all the games just blend together.
They really do.
And you can't remember what to do in any particular game.
Yeah. Some games it's all just transfers the same skill over, like... pretty much anything by Microsoft is click the one that makes your unit numbers go up.
Yeah.
Other ones, not so much. Like, let me think. Grey Goo, I believe, just starts adding abilities to all your units.
And then you have this one.
And then you have this one with Tesla Bears and Tim Curry and... Do
the Bears have a lightning upgrade?
I'm pretty sure the Bears get the lightning upgrade. We shall find out.
Yes.
You do get the Para Bears.
So, when we do play, I will be playing as the Allies in GED, because I am the, resident American. It would seem wrong if I didn't.
Quite so. And I will be playing as the Soviets, because Tim Curry is my Lord and Master.
Because you're Straya.
Straya. Alright, so as for weeks, not a whole lot to report even over the last couple of weeks. I've tried a few different games, but nothing's really jumped out at me. I've actually kind of tried going back through my list and trying to find a good RPG that's going to snag me, and I've had mixed results on that front. There's a lot...
Trails in the Sky.
Yeah. Like, Trails is up there as a
conversation.
To
Yeah, if you try Trails out and you get hooked on it, so get through the first game and choke it down, you can start having conversations about it with me involved.
Yeah, like, I think I've got one of the Trails games?
Probably the first one.
The first one, yeah. I mean, that's a starting point. That's the starting point.
Yeah,
but,
so you got...
I've tried other Western RPGs, like, there's a lot of turn-based ones out there, or your... isometric style ones, Baldur's Gate and all the like, and I don't really feel like those. You've got the Dark Souls-y type dealies as well, which haven't really caught either. And then you've got the bizarre ones. I made a horrible mistake and tried Elix last week again.
Oh dear.
Elix is by the guys who made Gothic.
Oh dear.
Yeah, like I was able to play through Gothic 3 and actually quite enjoyed it once I got my teeth into it and, got the game to actually run, because that thing would crash if you looked at it funny. But, just I thought Elix, like, I liked Gothic. I kind of liked the other ones they've done since. And I thought, okay, I bought it fairly new. It was a buggy, horrible mess at that point. I'm just going to put it on the back burner and try it again later. They've changed nothing in 3 years. I think they've fixed a few crashes, and that's about it. The game still plays like arse. Beyond that, I think I've made another terrible mistake where I logged into Black Desert Online to start claiming up goodies for the eventual day that I might play it again.
Oh dear.
A friend saw me and caught me.
You got caught?
I got caught.
What happened?
I got immediately conscripted into their guild. I don't know why, but every time I join a friend's guild, they always offer me an officer position, and I don't want that. I led a guild in during the early days of WoW, and I am never doing that again.
Yeah, I get stuck in a position where I get frustrated with the people currently in charge.
Yeah.
And I don't want too much power in a guild, because if I'm the GM, bad things happen.
Yeah.
Basically, I am not a manager of people. I am a manager of persons.
Of persons,
I can deal with individuals, but when you expand it to the entire guild and have to manage the subsystems and the managers and all the individuals associated with it, it's too much for my brain to want to deal with.
Yeah.
But give me a role to manage, or give me a position to manage. Give me individuals I can talk to one-on-one, and don't expand the roster enough to pass that. And I'll rip that position away from whoever currently has it in a guild in a video game.
Yeah.
I've done it goodness knows how many times.
For me, if I start taking any sort of leadership role, inevitably it all just kind of falls on me, because I'm not bad at it, but it sucks the fun out of the game. You end up, once you're kind of in that leadership position, you do that, but you don't really do the game.
Yeah, this is a conundrum, right? You play it MMO because it's always an MMO. And you get to end game, and you get to end game, and you're grinding stuff up, and you're just playing with your friends initially, and then you can't go any further. Okay, you make or join a guild. Well, the people ahead of you are idiots.
Yeah.
And this is always the case, no matter what guild you join. And so you're stuck. You either put up with it and hope they figure it out, or you take the proactive approach, like I do, which is not a good thing to do.
Nope.
Do as I say, not as I do, and I'm telling you not to do this. You socially engineer your weasel your way into positions where you can attack the people that are in the positions that are causing problems.
I mean, I've done it before where I've kind of had the people in the charge, I didn't agree with what they were doing necessarily, so I just put my hand up and said, okay, I will handle X. And then X becomes X and Y, and that becomes X and Y and Z, and sooner or later, you're running the show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no attacking or anything involved, it just kind of happens.
That happens after you weasel your way into a position, usually for me. Because I cannot stand when people ahead of me are doing stupid things.
Yeah. It sounds too much like real life.
I just say, you know what, screw it, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so this leads to responsibility creep. And eventually you find yourself in a position where, oh, one more little responsibility ain't that big a deal. Oh, one more ain't that big of a deal. Why am I managing everything?
Why am I in charge? How did this happen? Where did my fun go? So yeah, at this point I just refuse to take any sort of responsibility in a guild whatsoever.
Yeah, I give Fern a moderator position on the Discord equivalent to mine, but it's just the show hosts own the board, so they can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah.
And my only rule is don't ban people unless they're a spam bot.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can do whatever the heck you want.
I don't think it's an issue that's ever come up on our Discord, which is good.
No, I don't ever intend to ban anybody or tell anybody they can't say anything. Unless
No.
they post stuff that'll get some legal trouble, I don't care what they say.
Just be prepared to defend your position if you disagree.
Vol will jump on your butt harder than I will, but
Yeah.
I'll meme you to death.
That's true.
See our politics board.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I'll probably just keep picking away. I'm trying to find a good game I can really sink my teeth into, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the game I'm actually wanting to play doesn't actually exist.
You're looking for a new type of experience with an RPG format.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. Those are experimental.
Yeah, and
they're
often
only
bad.
show up like once every 3 or 4 years you get a good one.
Yeah. And I think everyone kind of falls into that position sooner or later with their genre of choice, is they're looking for something new, but that something new doesn't necessarily actually exist.
Yeah, that's the thing about it being new. I just want something new in a generic sense means I want something that ain't been made yet.
Yeah.
Somebody may make it in the future, but they ain't made it yet.
Like, I know there's a direction I'd like to play a city builder game, but that game doesn't exist.
Yep.
Hell, if I actually knew how to code and do an art, I could probably make it myself, but I don't know how to code, and I can't do an art to save my life.
Well, everybody in their head thinks they're good at game design.
Yeah,
until you try it.
Until you try it.
But play Trails in the Sky, so you can talk to me and Vol about it.
I'll see how we go on that. I've got my brother actually just messaged me just before the show and say, "Hey, this group of friends has turned on an Ark server." I told him no.
No.
That's too many Stegosaurus buttholes I've already stared at for a lifetime. Thank you very much.
Oh dear, oh dear.
That's what Ark ultimately devolves into, is staring at buttholes.
I wonder if Vol's still stuck in that little hut we made in a pen.
Vol the dodo. I think he died.
Yeah. Did he die?
Yeah, I think Dilophosaurs ate it.
We had him in a pen, though.
No, that doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
The physics of that game are jank at the best of times. Like, there was a period where you had the multiplayer massive servers going on, and people would just kind of glitch their way through people's walls and attack bases and steal stuff.
Oh, joy.
Now, the correct way to attack a base in Ark is to go to the cold areas, tame a gorilla, and have it just fling you over the walls. That's a thing you can do.
I mean, it's a good, fun idea in concept, but their execution has been less than...
Yeah, less than stellar.
And it's all technical execution, too.
Yeah.
It's not anything wrong with the design of the game. From what I've seen, it seems to accomplish what it wants to do from a perspective of, we want gorillas that can check people over walls and people to be able to tame dinosaurs. That all works and is fine, but the technical performance and the glitchy bugs of the game are what keep people from playing it.
Yeah. Also, 6-7 hours of Stegosaurus butthole.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, if you want to tame anything of a decent level, you've got to be prepared to sit there for hours. That said, though, if you're on a private server, you can tone down the butthole staring at least.
Just, what, they give you dinosaur suppositories to stick up there?
That's one thing, yeah. You can get better taming.
I was joking, Fern!
They're not actually suppositories, but that's just the running joke in every group I've been in. You don't actually sit there and feed it, you just sit there and push berries up its butthole for hours. But yeah, there are better foods you can give it to tame it quicker, and you can add a multiplier to the server for taming rates. But if you're on official, too bad.
Yeah.
Also a lot of mods there that just make foods that tame it within a reasonable time period. Like, if you're on a PvP server, that's one thing. You can, if you're caught out in the field taming something, you can expect to get ganked. But PvE, no. It's just boring.
Yeah. Stegosaurus buttholes. Okay, then.
Stegosaurus buttholes. That's Ark in a nutshell. That's really been about it for my week. I haven't really even watched much in the way of anime, other than to finish the end of Isekai Quartet. And Kadokawa does not know what quartet means, even more so than before. They're up to 6 Isekai now.
Who'd they add?
Cautious Hero.
Oh,
It's only a cameo so far, but he's in there. It's not even much of a particularly interesting cameo. He just standing off to the side and just saying, "I don't want to get involved."
we have a name for that too. It's called Hextet.
I don't think that's the actual name, but close enough.
Probably Hexatech or something.
Hexet. I can look it up. I will ask the internet somewhere. Let me see. So yeah, 4 is a quartet.
So while he does that, ours, everybody. It's wonderful, isn't it? Have you seen this picture?
It is sextet. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, anyway, carry on.
So, okay. Where were we? Oh yeah, your week.
That's really been about it for my week. There's been work, and it's kind of just dragged on a lot. But, yeah, it's not a whole lot of money being earned through work at the moment, so it kind of eliminates what you can actually do. Beyond that, I've just had to adult my way through everything, and I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm at a point. Oh dear.
Yeah, like it's at the moment everyone's kind of doing it where it's sit down and go through various incentives and bailouts to figure out what you can actually be eligible to claim.
Yeah, these people are going to be throwing the money out anyway. Might as well take some of it for myself.
Yep, but that means paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fun.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
So I guess we'll go to my week.
Yes, let's do the thing.
Oh, my week. So I've been surprised how much my work has kept up. We have had so when we put a quote out on a job, we put it out months in advance. These people may not call us for 3 to 6 months out from the job if they call us at all.
Yep.
So we do that. We have those jobs still rolling in because those buildings are already built. And if they don't have a pump to move their poop away, that makes a problem. So we're considered an essential service. But, oh boy, we're going to hit a bump in the road. And I keep telling the opossum this. I'm like, I know it's been business as usual for the last week or two, despite everything going on. But that's because we effectively have our time scale here totally displaced because we don't get our jobs until several months after we quote them, and they've already started working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to either have to subsist on replacements for that bit, or we're going to have to go out and get new customers. And nobody is going to be building anything.
No, nobody wants to spend any money at the moment.
Yeah, after Wooflu's over, it's going to be 3 to 5 months before people start spending stuff on the scale of, a big, nice industrial building right here would be really nice.
Yeah, on the small scale, people are, as soon as everything's over, people are going to really go nuts with their shopping on the small scale.
That's the immediate afterwards.
Yeah.
But then after that, everybody's like gonna clench their buttholes over their money.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna realize they ain't got a job anymore.
But yeah, on the large scale, so construction, industry, that sort of thing, buttholes are going to stay firmly clenched at least for another 6 months.
Yeah. So we are going to be... Yeah, already. Well, Fall's the boob man, so I guess you can be the butthole man.
I don't want to be the butthole man. Damn it.
Well, We got both bases covered now.
I guess.
That was a double entendre joke.
Yeah,
Did
I'm
you
not
get
touching it.
But what you call it? It's I'm really worried about after our current batch of jobs is done,
Yeah.
because we may just not see any work for a while.
Mm-hmm.
At least not new projects. We'll probably get replacement systems or people ordering repair kits or new gaskets or whatever. But that's not going to be enough to keep everybody we got employed in this company afloat.
Nope.
We need new jobs.
You're going to have to cut some of the fat.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fat.
There may be a culling.
Yeah. Well, you've already lost a few workers, haven't you?
Yeah, we lost a few.
Well, hang on. Workers isn't the right word. Dead weight.
Yeah. Ancient dinosaurs who should have retired a long time ago that were just taking us for free money.
There you go.
While they played on Facebook. So we still have a few of those. And basically there is me, another sales guy, and the opossum. It's all that's needed to keep that thing running.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even need an in-house engineer. It'd be nice to have one, but we don't need one.
Yeah, you could always outsource that.
Yeah, we can contract somebody for that.
Yeah.
Or talk to the engineer on the job and work with him, which is what I do like for 90% of the jobs that I need to do engineering on. And just tell him, yeah, that'll work. No, that won't work. Oh, we don't sell anything that pumps at that flow rate. So, you can open your mouth and pick up the telephone and call the engineer associated with the job, and that seems to work pretty good too. So I don't know why we pay these people.
Yeah.
But if there's one other sales guy that does a decent job, there's me, and the opossum only really needs to be there because he has history with some of our older customers, some of our more consistent ones. So until he retires, I need him there just to answer calls from certain big corporations. Yep. Because they know who he is. And to nominally be the head of the company while I try and run around like a chicken with my head cut off, putting everything together. This is the exact same situation I was talking about, by the way, with World of Warcraft guilds.
Yep.
Where I have gotten a position where everybody above me is an idiot, so I've weaseled my way into a position where I am effectively head of the sales department, despite being younger than most of them. And have taken on, okay, a little bit more responsibility, ain't that big deal. Okay, I'll be the accountant too. Why now? Why not? Sure. It's only, a whole day out of every month and, 3 whole days out of the year when the big taxes come around. No big deal. I'll just add it to the workload. Oh, okay. I guess I'll actually start going to job sites now. Oh, okay. I'll start doing engineering work with the engineers for the jobs too. And this creep of response. Yeah, MS Paint engineering when I have to do it myself. That's only happened once, thankfully.
Thankfully.
But it's just responsibility creep. I just am eating up all these responsibilities, and I'm reaching the time-constrained limit. I'm not in an energy limit, and that's the real problem I'm running into. Even worse and exasperated is my work is bottlenecked by the people both ahead of me in the production chain and behind me.
Uh-huh.
Where I have to wait for, I have to wait on the factory to construct the pump. I'll have to wait on the factory to put together whatever part got ordered. I'll have to wait for the people behind me to get me the engineering drawings, or wait for the people behind me to figure out what model or flow rate they have. And so I will often get stuck waiting on both ends of the production chain to start moving forward.
Yep. You're stuck in the middle.
And if they both hit at once, things can get pretty hectic.
The life of a conduit in a bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, never again.
So eventually, my end goal in this is to take over this stupid company. Because there is easy money involved as long as it's managed not like a dum-dum.
Yeah.
But it is being managed very poorly right now.
Good times.
Like, if I could cut our payroll down to under 10,000 a month, I could make this thing profitable with 2 people.
Yeah.
and
You're not
not
doing
by a
most
small
of the
margin.
installations or anything yourself.
No, we have to show up on job site and advise them on how to install it.
Yeah, but you
And
don't
I
actually
make-
do it, so you don't need the technicians.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I have to jump in a pit to go fix something, but most of the time we got a quick removal system. We can just pull it up and walk them through how to do it over the phone.
Yeah.
The only time they call me and say, I need you to come look at this, if the words S-pit are said over the phone, it's going to be a long day.
It's going to be a poop-filled day.
I charge them for that now, by the way.
The poop tax?
Yes, I have put a personal charge on the company that they are going to reimburse me every single time I have to jump in poop.
Yep, as you should.
So my paycheck went up to $2,600 last month because I had to jump in poop.
I mean, at least it's profitable.
Yep. My granddaddy used to say, that's the smell of success when I went on the first job site I ever went on when I was a little kid. When somebody opened one of those pits.
The smell of poop.
Yeah, that's the smell of success.
For everyone, someone who hasn't actually seen a septic pit or a grease trap or something along those lines actually opened.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it is a smell that literally rears back and punches you full in the face.
Even if you have 2 hazmat suits on and you see it, you can smell it.
And it'll never come out of your clothes.
Ever.
Ever. You gotta burn them.
No, they you will have designated site work clothes.
Yes. Which are disposable.
They are usually a ill-fitting pair of blue jeans, an elastic stretchy cheap belt, and some super vanilla cheap t-shirt.
Because they're gonna get covered in poop.
Only if you have to jump in the pit.
Yeah.
But and even then you have a full suit on. They don't State of Georgia doesn't let you just climb down in there.
No, you wouldn't want to anyway. But even if you just get nearby, the smell will follow you.
Yeah, it will seep through you and infect you.
So much poop. Okay, let's move on to something hopefully less poopy.
Yeah. So yeah, this means I'm in a wonky position with work where it's been business as usual, but I haven't had a whole lot of extra junk to do after work. So I've had free time to play video games. It's just it's really odd. I feel like there should be something waiting for me when I get home when I have to usually do more work, but there isn't.
Yeah.
It's also allergy season. Like
it is allergy season. But if you cough, you're going to die.
Yeah. So if you hear me sniffle on the show, I don't have Wu flu, but I do have incredibly bad allergies. And the giveaway is I have big red eyes that are constantly watering.
Yup. But yeah, you don't want to cough in a supermarket at the moment. You will get the death glares.
Step out of your car here. I'm walking to the post office, and I made a little cough to clear my throat, and it looked like everybody around me going to the post office was about to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to. Oh, boy.
Like, I live on the border of the sticks and civilization. That means there's a whole lot of greenery.
Mm-hmm.
Whole lot of flowers, whole lot of grassy fields. This is pollen season, folks.
It is.
This happens every single year.
Yeah. We tend to have pollen season kind of at the start of summer with the Gidgee plants, which smells something like a mix between a gas leak and old feet.
Yep.
So at least you can tell when it's about.
So yeah, so I do have one Wu flu story to relate for a real life anecdote.
Okay.
I'll tell the police officer story because I got really mad at this. So I was driving to the post office for work. And because, you know, we deal in physical checks because the people in my industry are dinosaurs.
Yes. Electronic payments are a thing, damn it.
I had to spend 20 minutes arguing with this officer. And I finally got him to shut up and go away by threatening to sue him.
Damn.
So he's like, why are you driving around this early? Because it was like 8 in the morning. All by yourself. I'm going to the post office for work. It's like, well, where do you work? It's an essential business. He's like, well, what kind of work? Why does that need the post office? I'm like, we are a pump wholesaler and engineering firm. He's like, well, I don't know if that's a legitimate essential business. I'm like, you can call my boss and he will get you in touch with the factories that we represent who are listed as essential businesses. You idiot. I didn't put the you idiot part in there yet. But he would not drop this. And it got to a point where this guy was just power tripping.
Yeah.
And eventually I said, look, dude, you can take my offer to call my boss, or I can sue you. I actually asked him, who's the name of the county commissioner that you work for? Who's your chief of police? Can I get their names and phone numbers? Because I'm about to send my lawyer to them, like as soon as I get to the office. That shut him up real fast, and he got GTF'd out of there.
Yeah. Thankfully, we haven't had any issues with the police out here, really, because we are in the sticks, and by and large, our cops tend to be pretty cool about things. Except every now and again we get, academy graduates or dinosaurs, and they all, the academy graduates all kind of come out here and they think, oh, we're great new cops, so I'm going to make my mark on the world. And, yeah. But
gotta put all them skills they got in police training to use.
Yeah, except apparently in the academy they don't tell you how to deal with actual people.
This is a running thing in every job and every sector I've noticed.
Yeah.
I will hire a guy with a trade school degree and real experience talking to people over somebody with 80 doctorates.
Yeah. As someone with 80 doctorates who's never set foot in the actual workplace.
Yeah, like, you have to know how to deal with human beings, people. And people are stupid.
People are stupid. But, yeah, learning in a classroom and learning on the job are two completely different things.
And learning on the job will always, always make you a better person at whatever job you do.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of IT jobs at the moment, actually. If you walk into their office, you know you're onto a good thing when they say, okay, you're fresh out of college. Here's your IT degree. Now, everything you learned in college, now that you're working here, forget it.
Yeah. It's like, okay, great. You understand kind of sort of what a computer system and programming is. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Sit down. I'm going to give you something you've never seen before and just figure it out.
Where do I get to the real world?
How do I get started? I don't know. Figure it out. Your boss and your coworkers ain't going to have a clue either.
Yeah, they're just a stump. That's why they're foisting it off on the new kid.
Well, that's how most jobs work. Is you have a whole lot of nice things they tell you in college, in theory, that do not apply at all in practice.
Yeah.
Because the real world is, here's this unique situation for this one job, figure it out. Oh, by the way, none of the stuff you did what-ifs for in college applies. Good luck.
Yeah. IT's actually even worse on that front because it's, oh, you've learned about this operating system in college. Well, guess what? It's obsolete now that you're out.
Yeah, they have a constant cycle.
Yeah. All that information you learned, all those shortcuts and everything like that, they're gone.
Although I'm still baffled that people don't know Control-Z is undo and watch people freak out in my office when they make a mistake.
And you press the magic buttons. My cat actually managed to somehow lock my computer yesterday. I still have no idea how he did it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is something I've said before. There are commands that you can enter on a keyboard that are only accessible to cats.
Yeah.
I think it's Windows F something. I don't know.
But yeah, you can, if you are not in a state of statewide mandated lockdown, you can totally bully the cops back. If they are giving you the business for BS reasons, when you have a legitimate reason to be out of your house, threaten to sue them.
Yeah. That said, though, make sure you actually have a legitimate reason to be out of your house.
And also, I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, also that.
I have to say that. But I say that in the legal context only. You can totally threaten to sue these idiots.
Just make sure you're in the right when you do, and not as in I want to speak to your manager right either. It's actually be in the right.
Yeah, you need to have facts on your side if you're going to threaten the police.
Yeah, though we don't need to tell that to our listener.
Yeah, we generally speaking try to have facts on our side unless we're being very blatant that something is our baseless opinion.
Hyperbole is fun. Sorry,
But,
hyperbole.
Good old Rain and his hyperbole.
Ryan.
He still gets crap for that in the IRC chats.
I should hope so. It's the sort of thing that you're getting into the story and suddenly you just hear hyperbole. Wait, what?
Like, oh, good, it's a rain chapter. He's going to read this whole arc. Okay, that's good. Hyperbole. Just in a sentence that doesn't matter in the middle of the story, he says hyperbole.
He just says hyperbole because, hang on, what?
He doesn't say it any way special, but it sticks out so bad.
It does. Admittedly, there's some hyperbole around the hyperbole, but still.
Go check out the Worm and Ward audiobooks. Rain's a good dude.
I do need to catch up on Ward. I was kind of caught up. I was behind. Jeez, I was at about chapter 10 when I stopped because they were working on chapter 11 at the time, I believe.
Yeah, they're up to the big climax of this current arc they're on.
Okay, I'll wait for that to finish before I get back into it then.
Well, it's pretty much this current chapter is where I think we just finished the aborted March arc that Wildebeest flushed down the toilet and converted into the Cradle arc, which was a good villain.
Yeah, Cradle's got a good established base as a villain right from the beginning of Ward. March is just kind of there.
March has always been there in the background, but she's just not interesting, and she's a Mary Sue.
Yeah, in the bad way. Not the entertaining way.
She, quote, killed Vista, and the fan backlash was so bad from a Mary Sue killing one of the most beloved side characters that he just aborted the whole arc and had Foil kill her.
Did he bring back Vista?
Yeah, Vista's fine.
Okay, that's fine then.
Turned out she shrunk March's exploding blade to a nano point with her powers so that the explosion it made only damaged her armor and knocked her out.
I mean, that is kind of within her Vista's power set, but it's still kind of an arse pull.
Yeah, like Vista was supposed to die there.
Yeah, Vista was supposed to die.
But the backlash was so awful that he retconned it. It's the only major retcon we've had in the story. Other than he outright deleted one chapter in Worm because it was so bad.
Yeah.
And rewrote it.
Yeah. Vista's probably character number 3, who is one of the few actually good characters in that series. I mean, good aligned characters.
Morally good, yeah.
Morally good. Most of the characters are morally grey at best.
Yep. So, that's a thing. Vigi games. I did play some Vigi games. Oh, I played a Vigi game.
Oh?
So I finished getting the Platy trophy for Doom Eternal.
Yay. And how many multiplayer games did you ruin in the process?
Only about 50.
There you go.
That ain't that many for a trophy. So I was only sandbagging for 50 matches.
Yeah, but you multiply that by however many people are actually going for the Platy. That's a lot of ruined games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bad, Id.
That's a lot.
Bad.
Don't do this. Why you do this, Id? Well, this is a Bethesda thing, most likely, because sounds like something on the publisher end.
Yeah, it could be.
So, yeah, people sandbagging. Including me.
Yeah.
So got that one. So out of curiosity, because I wanted to compare and contrast, I booted up Doom 2016. And I zipped through the campaign and platted this game really fast. And it was a lot of fun. Like, I genuinely had more fun playing that game than any point in Doom Eternal.
Yay.
Pickle.
Yeah, is that just the single player or the multiplayer as well?
So we'll get to the multiplayer part. But the single player was really good. I played it on the second hardest difficulty setting like last time. That wasn't the one-hit kill mode. I don't count that one.
Yeah, that's kind of
or
not fun and
or
cheap.
the one life. It's the one life mode in this one, so you die once, it's game over.
Yeah, that's a bit better. Still sucks.
But so after that, there was a bunch of DLC for the game that was free with Eternal's release. They made all the original Doom 2016 DLC free. It's all multiplayer DLC though.
Yeah.
So I booted it up because I'd already had to play a bit of multiplayer, just to like play 5 games and win one of them to get the platy. And started chewing through the multiplayer. The Doom multiplayer is a lot of fun. And I couldn't help but think, they did this right the first time. How did they screw it up so bad for Doom Eternal?
How did they go so... Yeah, Doom Eternal's only got that one asymmetric demon versus Doom guy one. That's it.
That's the only multiplayer type there is. There are no other game modes. There is no deathmatch.
Nope.
There is no Counter-Strike Assault. There is no Capture the Flag. There is no King of the Hill. But there's all those and more in spades. There's a zillion game modes that you can play in Doom 2016. And I noticed the Doom 2016 multiplayer has seen a huge resurgence in players.
Funny about that.
Because nobody wants to play Doom Eternals. Because one game mode gets really boring.
Yeah, it does. Something that would be fun as an option. If it's the only option, it's just not fun.
One of my favorite game modes, it's not good for EXP farming, but it's a lot of fun to play, is like this American football style game where there's a ball, so it would be an oddball in Halo, but there's goals on either end of the map. One team has one goal and one team has another goal, and you have 4 minutes to grab the ball from the center of the map and take it to the enemy goal, and you can pass it between players with the pass button on the left trigger, or you can chuck it and throw it to go for a touchdown with the right trigger.
All right.
And everybody else has their guns and is shooting normally and trying to kill you to get you to drop the ball.
It does sound like a lot of fun.
And for the first 4 minutes, you play on the maps are all asymmetrical for that you play on, and the goals switch. So the players switch goal positions. So each team gets a chance to attack and defend from each goal. So even though the ball spawns in the middle, you may have a target that's easier to hit and easier to score on one side of the map, but you won't have that for the whole match. The other team will get it for the second half.
Yeah. So yeah, it sounds like football with guns.
Yeah, and BFGs and explosions, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds it.
There's a variant of King of the Hill that's just capture the hill by standing on it for a few seconds for your team and rack up points while you control it. But the hill is on this invisible choo-choo train tracks that goes around the entire map, and the path is entirely predictable. You can see a faint outline of these choo-choo train tracks, and the hill just moves.
Yeah.
On this train track path, and it's different than if the hill randomly teleports to a different point, because that's a totally different style of gameplay when you're going it.
Yep.
But if you know where the hill is going, you can do fun things like predict where people are going to come and try and attack the hill and drop trip mines on the door and stuff.
Yeah. Regular King of the Hill is kind of boring because it's like the hill is just stuck in the middle of the map and whoever gets there first can turtle up, and that's pretty much the end of it. Well,
no, whoever gets there first is just going to explode.
Well, okay, yeah. The second person to get there will turtle up.
No, they'll explode too.
Depends on what kind of team you're doing with.
Every single King of the Hill game I've ever played that had a static hill was, if you get in that hill, you're going to explode.
Okay, so the last person standing on the hill.
That's the goal, right? He'll have everybody else blow up and try to stay there until they all respawn and start blowing the hill up again.
Try to be the one who doesn't blow up. But having it just move around on a preset rail sounds like a very, very fun way of going about it.
Yeah, because you know where the hill's going to be. And you know approximately how fast it's moving, which is not very fast. It kind of walks along at a steady trot. But it's really interesting to go through with it.
Yeah, it means the terrain around it is constantly changing too.
Yeah, so and this will lead to awkward situations where half of the hill is in the middle of the air. So you can only cap it from the ground or by trying to jump and help your teammates by just tagging it for the few frames you're in the air to make the cap go faster to capture the hill. Even if you fall off the map afterwards and commit suicide.
Oh no.
So there's a whole lot of shenaniganery like that, and they had the demon playing in the 2016 version with the demon rune power up.
Yep.
Where if you touch it, you select a demon you'll turn into when you get this power up at the start of every match where the power up is available. Cool. And this thing's in everything from team deathmatch to whatever, and you can turn into like 50 different demon types.
Damn.
And you have a lot of health, and you're really chunky, and you have one hit. Everything you do is basically a one-hit kill. But most game modes, other than team deathmatch, you're worth more if you die. So it's a risk reward thing in a lot of game modes. In team deathmatch, it's just treated as a normal power up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I had so much fun. I just kind of kept playing it and decided to get all the DLC trophies.
Because why not?
Because it's actually fun.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for your week, or should we dive into some what passes for news?
I guess we can move on to the good news.
All right. Well, let's dive straight back into the poop then, shall we? We're going to be talking poop, and by poop I mean Fallout 76 to start with, I guess.
Yep.
So yeah, we mentioned last week that Fallout 76 has been delayed for a week with its new Wastelanders expansion. They're trying to Realm Reborn it, I guess. But
I have not got that impression.
Well, I think that's what they want to do. What they're actually doing is something completely different.
What they're actually doing is a big update. They're not Realm Reborning this. They're not rebuilding the game from the ground up.
Yeah. They're building the game into what it should have been at launch, though, so that's something. Whether or not the game that it should have been at launch is still actually a good game is probably not the case.
A lot of people are talking hype for this thing. I just see a big update from a company that has done nothing but put buggy, messy updates for years, trying to do an even bigger update.
Yeah. So, yeah, honestly, Fallout 76 should not have been launched as it was. It should have been launched this time last year. Oh, sorry, the condition it's about to be in, I think, is where the launch should have been.
Yeah.
No, they got all bent up and, we're not going to put NPCs in the world because we want our players to be the NPCs. No, that's not Fallout. So anyway, that's coming on the 14th of April, so not next week, the week after. And it is also getting a simultaneous release on Steam for those who, I guess, haven't purchased it yet and are still in a position to be suckered into it.
Yeah.
So, for those who have bought it on the terrible, terrible Bethesda launcher, you will also get a key to transfer that over to Steam, so hopefully we can actually uninstall the terrible, terrible Bethesda launcher.
It's going to make you re-download it.
Maybe. But the downside of that is your atoms will not transfer over. So if you've still got unspent funny money, you got to spend it before you move over.
China is asshole.
Which is probably going to mean everyone's going to have like 20 or 50 or whatever stray funny monies that they can't actually spend on anything, just going begging. Because that's how these things work. And that's it. That's Fallout 76. I'm going to play it. Mostly so other people don't have to. I'd like to actually be able to stick my toes in and have a multiplayer Fallout experience. That's not what I got when I last played Fallout 76. But, more likely, I'm going to stick my face into it and have it torn off by terrible bugs, glitches, and lag.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds more like it. Also, broken promises, because, Bethesda. We shall see. We shall see. What's next, Ari?
That's just a game announcement. Oh, we could talk about Randy.
More poop.
Yeah, so the poop head over at Gearbox. So I want to tangent here. Gearbox is doing everything they can to bury the numbers for their latest DLC for Borderlands 3 because it obviously bombed.
Yeah.
Like, people don't care about the Gay Woke Fest.
I think it's more than that. I just don't think people care about Borderlands 3.
Well,
as a
they've
whole.
already ticked off a lot of people with a lot of the design decisions in Borderlands 3, and they ticked off
writing.
a lot of they ticked off a lot of people with the bad writing, ticked off a lot of people with the SJW bullcrap. Tinks will, if I see the word tink, I'm going to pull my hair out from now on instead of midget.
Tink is nowhere near as fun to say.
Yeah, like, midget is funny.
Tink really isn't.
No.
If the rest of the game wasn't wrapped up in the woke fest, then it would have been a non-issue. Like Tink, because they're Tinkers. Fine. But yeah, the rest of the game's just kind of woke, so.
And the last DLC was literally watch this gay marriage.
Also tentacles, because reasons.
Yeah, and space monsters and gay wedding.
Yeah.
Like, number one, marriage is the institute of the church, who is not allowed to marry gay people, as far as I know, in most Protestant sects and the Catholic Church.
That
state doesn't. It's not a marriage thing. It's not a part of your state or your country. You get married by your church.
That's not a rabbit hole I want to go diving down. Thank you.
It's the truth.
Might be.
Period.
It's just still not a rabbit hole I want to go diving down.
And so I do not like them depicting gay marriage as a marriage ceremony, because that is dang near blasphemous. You can have your legal license. You can get a civil partnership and get all the legal rights of married people if you're gay. That's fine. Go for it. Happy. Do not show me it in a church setting.
Well, now we're going to get shut down by every SJW outlet everywhere.
Go for it. I don't care what these people think.
Yeah.
Do you care what they think?
No, not particularly, honestly. Let me see.
So.
Yeah. So, because of the absolute flagging sales of the new expansion, a lot of developers are not going to get their bonuses.
Well, it's less, this just kind of solidified it, that they're not getting them again.
Oh, yeah. The other reason being that Randy was lying through the entire time.
Yeah, the game didn't sell nearly as well as he initially claimed. And, yeah, so the game had a budget of around $95 million and a DLC budget of $140 million. They barely recouped the cost.
Yeah. Like, you can tell the game didn't do well because of the way the hype worked. Like, remember Borderlands 2 came out? People were talking about Borderlands 2 for years afterwards. Still are to a certain degree. Borderlands 3 came out, and that was it.
So, the reason I get really big on the Christian garbage that Pitchford is pushing, or the anti-Christian garbage, is because, by all accounts, all this stuff comes from a guy who got fed up with Randy and whistle blew that he was a big, huge anti-Christian dude. And that all that bonus money that they didn't get was funneled to Randy's personal accounts.
Of course it was.
And not personal accounts. That's a misrepresentation. He funneled it to the $12 million that was going to be the bonuses they got as royalty bonuses for how well the game did, to his wackadoodle side studio, Pitchford Entertainment, Media, and Magic.
Shell corporation to fleece money, basically.
Yeah. It is the money laundromat for Randy Pitchford.
Yeah. So yeah, this is why I'm really glad I did not get Borderlands 3. It's okay, the game in its own right as a game looks fine, but everything around it, just no.
Yeah.
Be it Randy, being at the woke writing, just no.
Yeah. I got. Oh, I know there are people. There is a market that this kind of garbage will sell to, because at the end of the day, this is all the SJW garbage. Is the reason it tanked more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Just virtue signal after virtue signal. They do not understand the damage they do to their brand when they go, look at this garbage, and just how many people go, not again, if they're lucky. Or, like me, take a personal offense to it and go, okay, that product is not getting my money. You can buy it, but I'm not going to. And if enough people say that, eventually you run out of people who are actually going to give you money.
Yeah. Yeah. You're starting to actually get that with a lot of those big name woke TV series that are coming out. Like, nobody watches them. Or they'll watch maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
Because they've seen like the LGBT virtue signal thing before. It's overplayed. It's done. It's had its day in the limelight. Look at how great and woke and accepting we are. Great, cool, wonderful.
Can you tell a coherent story? No.
No, we don't have anything else.
Do your character?
It's just people are tired of it. Even the woke crowd's tired of it. They won't admit it, but I really do, from my impressions of talking to people in the woke crowd, they really are through with it because it's all they've seen it already. It's not a new story. It's not interesting.
Ultimately, people are tired of being told they're terrible people for no reason. And that's really what the whole woke thing comes down to, is just the woke crowd telling people they are awful and terrible for absolutely nothing.
But
anyway, Borderlands 3, just bleh.
But yeah, so apparently this hacked the guy off enough, this latest DLC, how bad it bombed and how bad Randy was trying to lie about it again after he'd already funneled this money, that he threw his hands up in the air and said, you know what, screw it, and just blew the whistle on what was going on.
Yeah. This is, of course, on the tail of a couple of massive bombs, being Battleborn, Alien Colonial Marines. There was another one in there as well, but I'm forgetting what it was.
Probably. They've done a whole lot of dumbs lately.
They've done a lot of dumbs. They've released stuff that has just fallen flat on its face a lot lately.
Yeah, Gearbox has just been dropping the ball. And it's all, a whole lot of it is apparently Pitchford.
Yeah. And they can't fire him because he owns 60% of the company.
He seems to have most of his ideas that he wants to push are just, I want more SJW garbage in my game, writers. Make it happen. I want this wonderful new vision of a system to get more money out of people. Like, none of this is fun.
Nah, it's not fun.
I talked about how fun Doom's multiplayer was earlier, and I want to highlight something to contrast this with this story. Doom's multiplayer has nothing in it for microtransactions. You unlock every usable item by the time you complete your first circuit around the leveling up thing, which takes about maybe 20 matches.
Mm-hmm. Not long at all.
No, and you'll have unlocked everything gameplay-wise. Everything after that, you unlock all the cosmetics by just ranking up and playing the video game. And people are still playing that game. Mm-hmm. And have come back to it in droves after Doom Eternal was a huge flop. For its multiplayer, anyway. Multiplayer in Doom Eternal is still running stronger than Doom 2016, but the fall-off is incredible. all the old Doom 2016 players got done with that in about 5 minutes and just packed up and left.
Yeah. Come to think of it, I'm going to look at the internet. Let me see. Steam stats. If it's actually going to load. A lot of the internet around lately has been terrible.
Yeah.
Borderlands 3. How many people are currently playing Borderlands 3? I can't tell on this one because it's actually opened up the wrong one. That's useful.
But yeah, I was hyping up a good how you do it. Like this, the point was that Doom 2016 has people playing it.
Yeah.
And Borderlands 3 will not be able to keep up because people will. The Borderlands will have its dedicated crowd because it's an established franchise. But
yep. Whoa.
How bad's the tank?
Okay, so currently there are 32 5,500 people playing it. That said, on their 30-day gain, they have minus 4,000. They are losing about 8% of their player base a month.
Yeah,
Now,
and this is during WooFlu when people have time to play video games.
Yeah. Doom 2016, however, has less players, but is gaining. It's only at about 5,000 players.
Yeah. Well, right now, it's the middle of the night.
Well, most people play Doom on the console anyway.
Well, they play Doom 2016 on console, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you get a match instantly when you queue up for 2016 on console.
Do they have crossplay?
I don't think so.
Boo.
You might. It's a bit... No, because the control inputs are different, and the console has a slight auto-aim because if you don't have a slight auto-aim with a controller, then you're gonna wish you did.
You're gonna have a bad time. Alright, so yeah, Borderlands 3, it just does not have the hype or the staying power that the previous two did. Last one that we've really got to talk about. Bethesda's cancelling their digital showcase in June. And QuakeCon.
Oh yeah, this is just me making fun of Bethesda.
Yeah, so it's just another list of cancelled stuff. Everyone else, a lot of other companies are going to go ahead and do it, kind of their own little thing, like they were going to do it anyway, but...
This is the only reason I stuck it in here, is because Bethesda specifically said, yeah, we're not doing one. Because we ain't got anything.
We got nothing. You know, except the fact they're sitting on a new Elder Scrolls game.
I mean, they just published Doom Eternal for id. They just, got a new Elder Scrolls they announced that's coming out. They got Fallout 76's big new super update. But no, they ain't got nothing worth showing. No. That should be the biggest red flag in the world to you, Fern.
It is. It really is. Like, there is a small little part of me that wants to give them the benefit of the doubt because of, hey, they're going away. They've actually learned their lesson. They're going to shut up for a while and actually do some work.
No.
I honestly don't believe that, though.
The number of companies that have pulled a Capcom is one, and its name is Capcom.
Yeah.
Or they had their head forcibly pulled out of their butt by Dante.
Yeah, like, everyone is waiting for the day when Bethesda says, okay, we're going to can the Creation Engine.
It's aging really well.
Well, we're going to milk one more Elder Scrolls game out of it before we go. Also Starfield. Which people honestly keep forgetting is a thing that they've announced. It's kind of like Elder Scrolls in space. Space! But I keep forgetting it's a thing, and a lot of other people do as well, because Bethesda said absolutely nothing about it. But as far as we know, it's on the Creation Engine. So that, what that means, it's going to be bugs and crashes and bollocks.
We could probably make a song out of that.
We probably could. Someone already did. It's called It Just Works. Go watch it.
Oh, dear.
So, with that nonsense out of the way, we should probably take a bit of a break, and then we'll come back and play some Red Alert 3.
I think we should. And for reference, I think I didn't do a good job last segment of separating personal opinions from opinions on business sector and employees and customers in general. So listen a little carefully to figure out where they're coming in and where I'm talking about the market at large.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
I don't want to hear no out of context quotes that you said this when you know dang well what I really meant. Don't you dare CNN me.
That's the only way people communicate on the internet. Don't you know that? It's called social media.
No, because I don't use it.
Good. You shouldn't.
Can you tell I don't use it based on what I say?
Instead of being constantly on your guard, you're allowed to say something stupid and get away with it.
I can say dumb things.
You can say something dumb. Like it,
they can argue back with me, and then we will both have better ideas by the end of it.
Whereas social media is essentially wiping your butt and throwing it into the void.
Or Facebook catching that butt wipe saying we don't like this particular color and banning you for it and saying you can't throw your poop up here anymore.
That sounds more like Twitter, but yeah.
Whatever, it's all the same thing.
It's all the same.
Like I have a Skype, I have a telephone, I have a Discord. People that care, I'll talk to there about it.
Yeah. Anywho, take us out.
We'll be back after some music, folks. So Fern is considered that I might cheat during this match by watching him play on a stream while we have this janky pseudo LAN thing running to play Red Alert 3.
Yeah.
On my internet that dies if somebody coughs on it funny.
Yeah, so
and I don't have a clue what the tech trees do anymore.
So yeah, Red Alert 3. The multiplayer servers, the GameSpy servers, don't exist anymore. So we've had to research a kind of a back-end loophole system thing just to get it to work.
It's the standard Hamachi, successor.
Yeah.
That we found. It's this one, however, is built specifically for all the Command & Conquer games that have had their online decommissioned.
Which is all of them.
Yeah, all of them at this point, except for CNC4.
What? No, there's no CNC4. What are you talking about?
All right, that game doesn't exist.
So, we're going to give this a go. Hopefully it's going to work and not catch fire. Well, in unintended ways, at least.
So yeah, we'll do one match, probably, maybe two if the first one goes really quick. And we'll poke at Red Alert 3. We haven't played this game forever. You got it up on your screen, Fern? Everything's streaming right?
Yep, it's all looking good. Ready to go.
Okay, I'm going to push the button.
The button! So yeah, it's been a long time since I've played this game.
I do not remember even how to collect resources as the allies.
Haha, I'm not going to tell you then.
Let's see. No, I need a power plant at least. Where is my... Don't I have a little vehicle for getting this crap out?
No, that's only the Japanese. The Soviets just plop stuff down immediately. I think the Allies build everything off-site and then you just plop it down.
Yeah. Oh, right. I gotta build an ore refinery to get the little dude out.
Yes.
Build faster my construction yard.
Spice.
Spice. Yeah. I'm going to go on going to try not to Zerg rush it or anything silly right away. I'm going to give it about a friendly 5 minutes to figure out what the buttons are that we push and what we're supposed to build.
Yeah.
There's my harvester trucks. Go, trucks, go. Base sprawl in this game, I forgot how ridiculous it gets because you have to set your buildings a certain distance away from everything.
There he is!
Doggy out of
here. Get him, bar. Wait. Oh, right. That's a thing in this game, isn't it?
What?
I can't just send one bar over there to start annoying you straight away. He's just going to hang around and chill. Enjoy the bear.
I'm going to get him.
You can't get him because there's a... I'm not exactly sure what you call it, a non-aggression agreement or something between us for the first 5 minutes of the game.
Your bear's dead.
Oh.
I squished him with my truck.
Ah, I forgot that was a thing.
I remembered you could squish the bears with a truck because I used to do it to Canthan all the time.
Poor bear.
He would send a bear to harass whatever early infantry I was building.
Alright. I got my dudes.
It's okay, I'll send you a guest.
I guess you
probably can't. He probably can't do anything, but...
Alright, let's see. What do we actually got on this map? Ah.
There a good spot to plonk this down that isn't, like, right at the front of my base? No. Okay, then. I guess we'll plonk it down. Darn it. Where can I stick this stupid thing?
Darn it.
Did not plan my base sprawl very good.
Oh, yeah. Some of them, and some of them, and more of them. Yeah, base sprawl is definitely a thing in this game, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Building, building, building.
More building.
Did my doggo come say hey?
I didn't see a doggo. I think he might have just died.
He must have hit a turpet or something.
Possibly. Get your fatness over there.
Where do I put my defense bureau?
Proceed. Or something. Ah, poo.
Oh, Pooh what? Winnie the Pooh Bear?
Comrade Pooh. Planes? No! Damn it.
Oh crap, those are that ain't gonna work, is it?
No.
Retreat. Retreat. I forgot those things can only bomb one thing at a time.
Yeah, doesn't work. Get him! Eat hot bear! Oh, my bear's dead. Boing. Squish. Oh, those are rocket towers.
Oh, my aeroplane. You must return to base.
Run away! Run away!
Go get him, Tanya.
Tanya! Damn it!
Yes, nobody ever expects the elite infantry unit.
I never noticed that before. She actually gets her own little mark on the minimap and everything. How many dudes did I actually save from that? Not many.
I might have rushed max clearance to get Tanya out immediately. Oh, this is going to be stupid, but I'm going to do it because it sounds like it'll be fun.
Uh-oh.
If I can get it off, I don't know if I'll have the time to build it out. Also, build me more turpets.
Turpets.
Crap. I need more. There we go. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Now.
Ah,
We ran
bears.
Uh-oh. We ran out of power. Need to build more power plants.
Power plants are important. You kind of need those.
Yes, you do. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Boo, 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 boo.
I'm gonna make one of those because it'll be fun. Yes. Go forth. You one singular little thingy.
One dude.
Coming. Gonna take a bit to get there.
Oh, excuse me? Is that a dolphin?
Yes.
Why is that a dolphin?
So I can see what you're doing.
Not too bad, you can't.
I can. He's still going. Ha 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 ha! My dolphin scout.
Hmm. Well, that is an inconvenience. I might just have to do this.
No, dolphin.
Torpedoes! Torpedoes!
Oh, that dolphin didn't work on your boat.
No, he did nothing.
It chunked its hell. He was just a little dolphin, dude.
Just one little dolphin. Blah. Nope. Bye. Hmm. Let's see. The problem is we can't really talk too much over an RTS without actually giving away what we're doing.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That is a thing. Haha!
Uh-oh. I think I made a boo-boo.
It's too late. I'm going to kill your truck.
Leave my truck alone.
No! Never. Hello, dudelets. Bye!
I got one chopper. Why would you do this? Why would you kill my truck?
Because now that factory don't work.
I have so few units for what I should have at this point in the game. I'm so not good at RTSs.
I'm not particularly great either, but... Yeah. Oh, hello. No, not the bums. Ah, you just killed all my dudes in the ruins. Oh, wait, no, they're not dead. They just got kicked out.
Man, now I'm starting to re-remember what the heck this video game does. There's a whole lot of really cool UI things for back in the day, like being able to just see where the heck you need to put junk ahead of time, and a whole lot of nice, neat beginner junk.
Let's see. So if I do a little bit of this, and maybe some of this. Oi! I was playing with that. Why'd you blow me up? It's rude. Very rude.
Those things. Oh, please clear up. Yes, kill the dude!
No, you killed my dude. Ah, not dude. You're going around that way. Can't have that.
Oh, the first skirmish.
Oh no, this isn't working.
Yes, my strike team has come out successful in the first engagement. Yes, they won the naval battle as well.
What? Oh.
We must rout them. No, Tanya, don't do that.
Tanya dived in too deep. Oh. So did
Killed
Natasha.
your boss.
Rocket launchers? No.
I'm very proud of my little dudes for winning that little naval engagement while I wasn't even paying attention to them.
Oh, hey, I've got a unit promoted in there. That's kind of neat.
What? It still has 1 health. Why are you moving forward? Uh-oh. I don't like the look of that.
All right. Oi! Hello. What did you do there?
I got a special ability in my defense bureau that lets me drop an ice ball on your troops and stop them from moving.
Huh.
In case it wasn't clear, it was not worth the money I spent on it.
No.
Oh no, not those things. Wait, how long's that been there?
Long enough.
Well, this is unfortunate because they got nowhere to go. I think that's all my troops.
I think it is.
You probably have a massive number of crystals back there, or whatever they're called, Kirov.
I didn't go.
Kirov reporting.
I didn't go too ham on the battleships.
/GG. How do I probably this? How do you
exploding a base?
You did it earlier.
Oh, you can just quit the game.
All right. Well, we're done for now anyway. So, all right. GG.
GG. So that's Red Alert. Played badly.
Yeah. I started to remember kind of what to do. You can see I built a super weapon. It was sitting up there in the top right-hand corner of the map in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, I hadn't actually built mine yet. So yeah, that's Red Alert 3. We weren't completely awful at it.
Well, we were pretty bad.
We were pretty bad. Like, there's people who play RTSs at a stupid degree, but I don't know. I've always kind of liked RTSs to a point. Although, admittedly, some of them get absolutely insane.
I'll save this match as a replay in case we need it for later.
All right. Did you want to go another game, or should we just wrap up the show? Keep it short.
I think we're at an hour and a half, and we don't talk very much when we do this because it takes a whole lot of brain work.
It does. You got to keep an eye on so many little bits, moving pieces.
Yeah, especially because we're still relearning it. If it was something that was in muscle memory and we knew what everything did at a glance, and I didn't have to stop and go, what connects to this and that and the other thing, then it would be better. But
what did this unit do again?
Bears. They're all reporting. We had a fun skirmish at the beginning, though. When Tanya showed up and ran your dudes off. You probably had a whole bunker full of them to the south, though. I sent my boat to go shoot at it. They I think they got it like a quarter down before they died.
Yeah, I had a submarine hanging around in there.
Yeah, the Allies are supposed to use their aircraft to destroy buildings, and I think they're actually supposed to use their ground armor and their vehicles to take out most of the ground troops. But I was fighting you with their relatively weak infantry.
Yeah, you should have been focusing on vehicles, I think. I think the
I just wanted to
Japanese
get
get the good
Tanya out.
infantry, don't they?
I think so. They get like the samurais and crap that can teleport.
Yeah. Other complete nonsense like that.
Yeah, so I just was trying to rush Tanya because Tanya's
Infantry in one shot.
yeah. Tanya and her duked it out while our infantry battled at the end of that skirmish, and both of our leaders died.
Good times.
And then we brought them back to life.
Through the power of money.
Yes. Spice. Well, I have the power of money. You have the power of communism.
I got communism in space.
Spice.
So with that, let's wrap up, shall we?
All right, folks. This is we had to stretch pretty hard this show.
Very hard.
We are probably the combo least suited for a season like Wooflu season.
Yeah.
I had to try really hard to get myself riled up to give us something.
There was nothing. Hopefully we'll have Vol back next week and we can figure out something a little bit more engaging.
Well, I think he said he's out for the next week too because Wooflu.
In that case, it might be a change for me to teach you a card game.
Oh boy.
It's going to go awfully.
Or we could we'll try and work with Vol. Maybe we can reschedule the show sometime he can fit.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure something out.
So, I'll ping him and you at times throughout the week to try and see what we need to do to fit all three of us together for a show, because when it's just two of us, the balance, the scales fall over.
Yeah, we need someone who's angry and ranty to keep things moving.
Yeah, Vol is on one end of the spectrum and I am on the other, and Fern is the axle that things rest on.
I'm scared. All right. Take us out, dude.
All right. Email topic of the week. How bad are we at Command & Conquer 3?
Rather bad.
Or rather, Red Alert 3.
Red Alert 3, yeah.
Yep. And hopefully next week we got something for you. We'll see you then. Sayonara. Bye-bye.